It's always good to start a show off just that way. Hello, and good morning, and welcome to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show from our Dual City studios in Texas, USA. I just admitted it, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
It's all right.
I did.
We're good. Nobody noticed.
It is the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show just ahead. Why is pedestrian safety important to you and me? Because we're driving the car.
Or a pedestrian.
We're going to find out, we hope. Plus, Jeff has cars from the 1960s that no one remembers or doesn't want to. And Mars has the Houston Hidden Underground.
Again?
But it's not so hidden any longer, is it?
There's the caveat.
In driving destinations.
There you
Howdy,
go.
along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Seekin. David Ainsley is vacationing up in the UP of Florida.
He wishes.
Yeah, no, he called this morning. Now, he's 2,200 miles away. He calls this morning and says, well, it's 63 degrees here.
And I'm sitting
outside.
on the lake. Yeah.
I'm sitting outside in his teenager pants that he wears to the Kmart and drinking his coffee and just checking in with you guys. Well, we appreciate it, David. Thanks a lot.
He's going boating later. He's probably got his boat all fueled up, ready to go.
So I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. We're back from a week's vacation, as you can tell, and we're all amped up. I know Mr. Mars is.
Absolutely.
Y'all amped up, Mars?
Well, we got sunshine today.
You do.
We got a little cloudiness.
It's
going on.
cloudiness, and it's supposed to storm here today.
I know
So
it'll be here this afternoon, but for this morning we have.
we do send it all off to your direction.
We appreciate you sharing.
Yeah, just to mess up your day.
Sometimes he gets his own.
And that clean car wash. So is that your car that's behind you this morning?
I wish that's my dream car. I used to think I was going to build one, but at my age, I think it's going to be buy one.
No, at your age now, you can't afford it.
Well, I haven't got to that age yet.
Yeah, I see.
Is that channeled? Is that a channeled?
No, I don't think that was channeled. It's just
it's a
roadster.
low boy.
It's a low boy.
Yeah, no fenders, things like that.
But it's
Well,
not
behind
channeled.
us today, we have my soon-to-be son-in-law's hippie van that he and my daughter took a trip, another 2,200-mile trip from Denver to, I think, Montreal or somewhere up in the Northeast. And
Hey,
and it made it, and it didn't have a problem. Go figure. Those are the kind of people that you just don't like and that don't watch this show.
Yeah.
They just roll the dice and go with it. Whatever, we'll deal with it.
that's what we did this morning.
We did with this show. Hey, so glad you could join us. Do we have our guest, Mike?
I think he's on the phone with him.
Okay. I love to get the show started like this.
There you go.
But anyway, Mars, do we have our guest?
Not yet. I think I'm going to step away and see if I can find
yeah.
her.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, you got about 2 minutes. Otherwise, we're just going to move on because I don't want to beleaguer the show any this morning. So anyway, how was your 4th of July?
It's good. Uneventful, of course. Of course, we got a little rain and all that good stuff, but all in all, good.
I was in bed, I think, by 9, 10,
Yeah, generally.
and then stayed up half the night listening to people popping fireworks.
Now, see, that didn't happen. That normally happens. They were pretty much done by 10 o'clock, 10:30. After everybody had the big finale on TV and all that, it pretty much died out, which was good. And they really don't bother me anyways. We don't have pets.
Well,
like
maybe
we
it
all
was
do.
the gunfire I heard from the freeway over there.
Could have
I'm not
been.
exactly sure. It's hard for me to decipher.
Backfiring cars out here.
Yeah, it ain't that. I've done nothing with the Corvette since we drove back from Granbury.
Mm-hmm.
That was a month ago.
Yeah,
3 weeks ago?
3 weeks.
4 weeks ago, at any rate. But I do have things to do. And I ran across, I have a C5 Corvette for those that don't know, which is a 2001 for me. And it is so old school that it's got a
Perfect fit. Go ahead. Old school.
it is old school, like me. So it's got this little bitty display screen that only shows what radio station you're on. The 10-disc CD player that was back in the back end of the car, I took that out a long time ago. I'm not going to mess with that thing.
I think I still have one on the shelf at home.
Yeah.
I do.
And so I even sawed the bolts off the thing is supposed to mount to back there. Waste of time. because what I've done is that I've got a little Bluetooth adapter
Oh yeah.
that plugs in the cigarette lighter. And it's really cool because it shows what frequency to tune the radio to. So it takes the Bluetooth signal and pumps it into the radio at that frequency.
For those of you playing at home, what word did he say was key in that? Cigarette lighter. No cars have cigarette lighters. So you have a car.
But they do
with
have
a
outlets.
they have outlets, but they're
Yeah.
not called that. They're called.
I bet you if you bought it, if you go to Totem and buy the cigarette lighter for $10.95, I'll bet you stick it in there and it'll heat up.
Because the cigarette lighter had coils on it that were warmed or heated electrically through that plug.
Yeah.
With you plug your phone adapter in there, that's not the same type. It's
Oh, that's why the last phone started smoking.
you got a hot call coming in.
Yeah, either that or that kind of smoking.
No, but
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't trust that.
Well,
I wouldn't trust the guy at the
anyway.
Quickie Mart to sell me a plug.
That's it. Yeah. So anyway, that thing works great. Do I use it very often? Hardly
Well,
ever.
for your radio, you do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it connects up the phone to the.
Yeah.
But I don't really play the music. I have some CDs that I bought way back in the day.
Headbanging yacht music or what?
None of that, but it's turned into yacht rock radio now.
Headbanging.
Or the Beatles' greatest hits and 10 CDs or whatever it is that I've got in there. So I've got that in some sort of a portfolio thing. You just flip through it, put the thing in, whatever. I've got it all.
Taylor Swift.
It works for me. But the point of the story is that I was doom scrolling,
Perusing.
and
Doom scrolling.
doom scrolling. And so one of the things that I found on there, somebody had put a member of the C5 Corvette bunch,
Of course.
several of them actually. Somebody had posted something about he wanted to change out the radio and wanted to put something more modern in there. And I'm going, ooh, I could do that. So for $500, you can buy an actual display screen. You don't have to cut up, according to the instructions. You don't have to cut up the structure behind it, which was a big thing. Cut up the structure, and the current surround that goes around the current radio just goes right up to it. I'm thinking, well, 500 is an awful lot of money, but it's pretty cool. And then of course it's got Bluetooth, and then you can marry your phone because it's got Android Auto in it. You marry your phone to it, and
There's a couple of things I see in this. One, the cost of it, obviously.
and you helping me.
That's the other problem.
Yeah.
But how long are you going to keep this car? You're going to put $500 investment in a radio and you drive it once a month. You haven't driven it, you said, for 3 weeks.
But
4 weeks.
Well, and here's
So is that really a
here's the
cost-effective
answer.
way to-
Here's the answer to that. It's going to be kind of really a fight to the finish to find out whether I'm going to sell it or I'm going to change the radio or do none of the above.
I say upgrade. You say sell it. I say upgrade. Not with the radio, with the vehicle. I would say look into something else. I'm thinking it's time.
Well, here's the problem that has occurred in the past. Let's see, I bought that thing in 2017. Okay. Bought it in 2017. And so we're coming up on, I've owned it for 8 years.
Mhm.
My left knee isn't what it was.
See, you're going to buy a new car. You're going to get a new left knee. What are you going to do?
No, well, there ain't going to be a new left knee.
Well, then you need to. I know a guy. He bought a wonderful car. It's a Buick, and I think
course
you
it
might
is.
be looking into those. Yeah.
Into a Corvette.
No, a Buick.
Of course, the Buick.
Yeah.
That ain't a Buick, Mike.
So I'm thinking, the question then comes, all right, so what are you going to buy? Well, it's not going to be anything new. It's going to be used.
Yeah, certified
So what-
pre-owned. Sure.
No, well, maybe
Mm-hmm.
because they're more expensive, but I don't know if I'm even do that. I'd like to buy something like, 5 years old, 35,000 miles on it. I'm thinking, I don't know. I haven't driven one in a long time. And that would be a 2000, do the math, whatever it is. And maybe a Cadillac 4-door sedan with a V6.
There you
in
go.
it.
Now you're talking. Now
Yeah.
you're talking. Yeah.
Nice ride.
I'd help you work on that.
Air conditioner works.
So those of you listening at home, send to info@inwheeltime.com suggestions of what Don should buy, trade, sell.
Now, who's going to jump right in on that.
George is going to.
Yeah. And so does
George has got
Heitzman.
a
But
Rambler.
Heitzman doesn't count because have you seen?
Heisman's got a Cadillac, doesn't he?
No, he's got like a Kia or something.
Oh, I thought he had a Cadillac.
No.
Oh.
Here's a guy that claims to be a car guy, but he's not a car guy.
He is.
No. So he takes all the money he makes down there at NASA because, you know, it's government supported and socks it away.
Maybe he should buy a mail truck, government support.
Hey, now there's an idea.
There you go.
Yeah. Unair conditioned old mail truck with 1 billion miles on it. There's that.
But no, send in suggestions of what you think Don might be driving.
Well, I was thinking about it. You know, is it a Cadillac CTS? CT? It's a CT. It's a 4-door sedan. It's a mid-sized 4-door sedan. Yeah. And I think that it's built on the old Camaro platform. That's stretched.
That I don't know.
And it's got an old school V6 in it.
I mean, turboed. Yeah.
No, I don't want turbo. I don't want a turbo. No.
Just want a straight aspirated 6.
I have unsold myself from turbocharged anything.
Okay.
Some of these cars that I drive, turbocharged 4-cylinder, 200, 250 horsepower. Here's the problem.
They scream.
How long, let me ask you this. How long have manufacturers been selling turbocharged 4-cylinder engines?
Oh. You bring that
well,
up.
wait, you got to answer the question.
Selling or making?
Well, okay. Making available to the public.
Okay, let me back this up because my last part of the segment that I'm doing has a turbo in it.
Oh,
so
from the 1960s. Well,
yes,
I can tell you right now that the Corvair from 1964 had the Corvair Spider.
Yeah.
That had a turbocharged engine in it.
Didn't the Tucker have a turbo? It was a helicopter motor, wasn't it?
I think
the
so.
Tucker?
There's some sort of weird motor in it, but I don't know if it's turbocharged.
Oh, I don't know either. I was thinking Tucker.
But at any rate, I have had some absolutely horrible turbocharged 4-cylinder engines. And it's not the engine's fault. It's turbo lag to begin with. And then they marry it to a transmission that doesn't understand turbo lag. And they have damn near gotten me killed.
Oh.
And I don't hot rod these things. I rarely floor the car. But I will tell you that with the turbo lag connected to a transmission that doesn't get it, we're talking about a 3-second lag before the thing takes off.
Dangerous. It can be dangerous. Yeah.
In this city, with all the cars and all of the situations that I drive in, I need the power now, not 3 seconds from now, to get across the intersection.
And a lot of times you have to wait anyways because people are running red lights left and right all the time.
It's nerve-wracking. Yeah. And I've actually called one of the cars out that I didn't really want to, but I'm not going to lie to you. The one I'm driving right now out there, that Toyota, spot on.
Really?
Yeah, it's great.
It's an electric car.
It's a plug-in
hybrid.
Plug-in hybrid.
Okay.
Right. So it's got a gas motor in it. And that's coming up next week. I'll review that. Yeah. But I will tell you that one of the cars that I reviewed and wasn't really kind to it was the fact of this turbo lag. And it's not against one brand. It's against all of the brands that do this combination that the car doesn't talk to the transmission and engine at the same time.
Well, it's just how the technology is built.
I know.
Is what you're saying.
It's turbo lag.
So the next question is, send your cards and letters to what color he should buy. There you go. That'd be the next one.
Yeah. Okay. So what would I buy? Would I buy a red one?
No, I think you would probably.
It wouldn't be yellow.
It would be a dark color, but it wouldn't be black.
No, it was not. No, I'll never own another black car.
They make a lot of nice. Not like a darker than a battleship gray kind of.
Nope, no, not doing gray. Right. No.
The car you have out there now is red. You like that?
I actually do.
All right.
It's not a fire engine red. It's a kind of toward the maroon side.
Maroon red, yeah.
But it's very nice. I like it.
Okay.
You know? It's not a hot rod thing.
What about looking into one of these, like a pre-owned Toyota SUV?
No.
All right.
No, I have no reason for it to buy an SUV. I don't want an SUV. No offense. I mean,
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Right. I mean, they're great. They're the #1 seller in the world. I get that. But there's no reason for me to own that.
What about a pickup?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So we narrowed down our choices out there.
Yeah. There's no pickup trucks.
Okay. No pickup.
No.
No SUV.
No. I want a 4-door sedan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Not that I'd ever use the back seat, but just to have it. And you can't find a big two-door anymore.
40 years ago, you'd have been using that back seat.
And I saw. Well, there's that. I might not have been a little bit older than the 40 years. Yeah, but I saw, and you know who's got it for sale? Chase Murray.
Oh,
It was a 19. How to look it up? 80 Lincoln Continental, 4-door sedan.
Yeah, that's a cruiser.
It was absolutely gorgeous. It had only had 35,000 miles on it.
Yep.
The problem with that is, then okay, well, Don, it needs to have a transmission overhaul. No, we don't want to do any of that. I don't want to buy somebody else's product.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying.
And when you get into that old stuff, then you're
parts,
parts, all of that.
Does anybody know how to work on them anymore, too?
Well, I mean, we could work on it.
No, I don't know that.
Oh yeah, we got that down. But anyway, those are the things that a man of my stature, age
and stature.
Yeah, well, not the stature, it's just the age. I don't want to be bent over a fender working on some carburetor issue. No, I'm over the. I bought. This is when I first got. I know, when I got into the Corvette thing, the 1977 Corvette. I took it off the road, spent way too much money fixing it all up, show it, got the trophies, all that. So I bought a 55 Chevrolet half-ton pickup truck. It had rust holes in the cab that were as big around you could put your head in there, but it looked cool. It was brown. Other than that, it was okay. I found myself working on that to keep it running as my second car than I did the Corvette. Yeah, no, I don't want to get into all that. Been there, done that, and got the trophy. All right. Well, so much for Caroline Cash and the safety expert, why pedestrian safety is important to you. And the reason I say that is because I wrote that and I didn't want it to pass by.
Okay.
That I didn't write it, but I did.
Gotcha.
Just ahead in Jeff's car culture, 60s cars that no one remembers. And Mars drives us to the Houston Hidden Underground after this break when the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues. Stay with us.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla. Eats pretty good. Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and searching for a fun car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture, Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, so check us out.
Invite you to join us 10 to noon Central Time every Saturday for our live show about all things automotive. You get a heads up on all of those podcaster people.
Yep.
Because this is the real deal.
It's the real deal.
Yeah. It's a fun ride. We invite you to join us every Saturday. All right, time now for Jeff's Car Culture, we call it. This week, 60s cars that we don't remember. Do we really need to remember them? Well, you're going to help us out.
Yeah, you might remember one or two, but vaguely. So here we go. And this opening pick right here, this is actually a Plymouth Valiant Signet. The Signet was an upscale version of the Plymouth's popular Valiant Compact. It was comfortable, reasonably stylish, and perfectly respectable, which is another way of saying nobody's hung a poster of this car in their garage in 40 years. Moving on. The next one is a Rambler AMC. This Rambler had one of the coolest names of the decade. Unfortunately, the car itself didn't leave quite the same impression. AMC sold plenty of them, but today most people remember the company's later oddball choices like the Gremlin and the Pacer.
Hey, we
instead.
like the Gremlin.
Gremlin. I had a good friend of mine, Kathy. She grew up with a high school friend that had a Pacer. It was a cool little car.
That was the fishbowl.
Yeah, no, the Gremlin was a fishbowl. Well, the Pacer. Yeah, you're right, the Pacer. I was thinking another one. Anyways, Rambler American is the next on the list, and the millions of Americans once drove the Rambler American, but spotting one today feels about as good as finding a payphone that still works. They were dependable, affordable transportation for people who cared more about saving money than impressing the neighbors. It wasn't exactly the recipe for a long-lasting frame. That would be the AMC Rambler. Next one, the Mercury Meteor. The Meteor existed in a strange space between Ford and Mercury, where buyers weren't entirely sure why it existed. It wasn't a bad car. It wasn't an exciting car. It was just there.
And it was green and
there
boring.
You go, which might explain why even many Mercury fans forgot about the Meteor, even though it was part of the lineup. How about that? Forgot about it. Next
Forget
one,
about it.
One of my favorites, and I did see one of these, and I do remember this car, is a Mercury Monterey Breezeway.
Oh my God.
Like we're gotta go one more. I think you gotta go one more.
You need one more?
Yeah. That was the Meteor. There's the Breezeway. The Breezeway featured one of the strangest production car features ever offered. The rear window rolled down.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously. Mercury claimed it improved ventilation, which it did.
God.
It also guaranteed that anybody seeing one would immediately ask, wait, why is the back window doing that? Now, this was ahead of its time because now you got pickup trucks with the window goes down.
But look at the roof line in the back.
I know.
It's jacked.
I like it. I like that car. I'd do things with that car. The next one, Mike, is a Chevrolet Biscayne. The Biscayne was a budget-minded full-size car. Millions were built, but it lacked the flash of an Impala and the prestige of a Caprice. It was a perfect example of a vehicle that was everywhere once and almost nowhere today.
That's true. Yes.
Mercury Comet Cyclone. I had a friend of mine that had a Mercury Comet, and it was a cool car. He had velocity stacks on it and twin bowls on the
Did
top
it have
of
those great big nostrils on the front of it?
The hood was so chopped up for the velocity stacks, we don't know. The Cyclone had one major problem. It existed in the same era as the Mustang. That's a little like trying to become a famous rock star while standing next to the Beatles. It was actually capable of performing. It was a performance car, but it spent most of its life in somebody else's shadow. That's a cool car. I'd drive that today. And lastly, Don mentioned turbochargers in the first part of the show. Oldsmobile F85 Jetfire. Look at that, baby. The Jetfire deserves far more attention than history has given it. This thing featured a turbocharger years before turbocharging became cool.
God,
unfortunately, early technology brought reliability headaches, and the Jetfire became one of the most overlooked performance experiments of the entire decade.
Wait a minute. Isn't that Marvin Zindler behind the
I
wheel?
don't know. I think guy's got a hat on. Every one of these I would drive.
So Buick had a version of that.
They did.
Was it the Skylark?
I believe. I think it was. I think it was the Skylark.
But
same platform.
And so my buddy Ross Putnam that had the hot rod, somehow, some way, I guess he got grandma's car or something. It was a 4-door sedan, this body style.
Right.
It was white, and we called it Whitey.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget the evening that it had rained. Pardon me?
It fits. Code.
And it was parking. It was a strip mall at an intersection. The intersection was Hillcroft and Braeswood, and there was nobody there. It was after all closing time, and they had no curb stops. So you get out there and you'd floor it, and that right rear tire would just spin up to and we'd do donuts, all 6 of us in the car. Yeah, that's my memories of that car.
Put the heavyweight guys on the right wheel.
Pretty much.
Yeah, very good.
Mr. Mars has driving destinations. Houston Hidden Underground. Mr. Mars.
Yes, sir. We had quite a few things I want to point out here about the Houston Hidden Underground. And starting off with, everybody that drives around Houston, particularly if you happen to go out the Katy Freeway while they were doing the big widening job here years ago and made it the widest freeway in the world.
Yep.
You could see all of the utilities that are underground. I mean, there's gas lines down there, there's water lines, there's sewer lines. Phone company spent millions of dollars on that project trying to get their underground equipment over and get it out of the way. So when you're driving over these roads, unless you're on the 10th story of a stack of freeways, you don't really think about what's underneath you, but there's a lot of stuff that's down there. But now there's also a couple of other things that are down there in Houston. And one of those is the Buffalo Bayou Cistern. Now, I wasn't aware of all this stuff that was going on down there whenever, dadgummit. So this was started in 1926. It was a project that was built in 1926 when Houston was growing so fast. They needed more drinking water storage. And they came up with this plan to make it one of the earliest underground reservoirs, which is unusual in Houston, considering the static water level, the ground water level. But this thing holds 15 million gallons of water. And that's what started out helping maintain the water pressure while the city was growing. Now, it's the size of 1.5 football fields. And it's actually supported by 21 columns that are built down here underneath this area. And each one of them is like 25 feet tall. Now, it's been in business for 80 years. It's been working, and the engineers have done some repaired some leaks, but they took it out of service actually in 2007 for realistic use of supplying water for the city. Now, it's still been down there ever since, but then during the Buffalo Bayou Park redevelopment, instead of tearing it down and trying to fill in this massive area, they opened it up for tours. So some things to really notice if you happen to take this tour: 221 concrete columns, 25 feet tall, 15 million gallons of water when it was operational, 87,500 square feet down here under the ground. And if you stand there and it's quiet to where you can do an echo, it takes 17 seconds. Your echo will actually run for 17 seconds across here. And so it still has that little thin layer of water at the bottom, so it reflects it and it makes it look even bigger. Now, the other thing that's going on downtown Houston, and I'm sure some of you guys have heard of it. I have never heard of it until recently when I started looking for this stuff. There were rumors, but there is an underground tunnel system in downtown Houston. Now, it was started in 1935, and what it was done was to connect two buildings together because of the heat and the rain and everything. So it was just a convenience thing that actually started. But now there's 6 miles of interconnected tunnels beneath downtown. And dozens of office buildings are connected. There's restaurants, there's coffee shops, there's convenience stores. There's even some banks down there. So that these people that are downtown working, I mean, you can literally go downtown and go underground and stay down there literally all day long. And it's just a lot of that reason. Again, it was started because of the Houston summers and the late afternoon thunderstorms that make a mess of it that we're still dealing with, obviously. But if it's 98 degrees outside and the humidity's up at 80% and you want to walk down 2 blocks down the street to go to a restaurant, by the time you get back to your office, you're not going to be in the best of shape as far as heat goes. So you go downtown, you go down into the tunnel system, to the restaurants, the coffee shops. If you want to do walking because you want to get in shape, there's long corridors that you can walk just like at a mall. It's almost like a mall down there. But you got to be careful to make sure you don't get lost down there because it does wind around quite a bit. So that's 2 places underground in Houston that most people don't think about because of the water table that's in the ground and the fact that it's out of sight, it's out of mind. So if you're looking for some place to go this summer in the Houston heat, here's 2 places that you could go to get out of the heat and find someplace a little bit different to hang out.
Good story. Okay, thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Houston Hidden Underground. I've been down there in that. I haven't been to the cistern, but I have been to the tunnel system, and you can get lost real easily.
That's understandable.
Yeah. I think most of those shops down there have closed, but it's still, I don't know what part of it's open and closed. I don't know anymore. So go.
Thanks.
Check it out. Thank you, Mr. Morris. All right. End Wheel Time continues right after this quick break. Stay with us.
Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get it protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today and online at gcautoshield.com. Gift giving should be meaningful, and we have an idea. A hand-painted custom illustration of your car from one of the nation's leading artists. Now you can get one or a car show poster customized for you, a friend, or a loved one. Bill Seitz will be happy to guide you through the process. No matter what the day, birthday, anniversary, or any day, an Autographics custom illustration adds an extra touch of class to any home. Call Bill today, 832-922-0963. That's 832-922-0963.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.